How to be so grounded that nothing and no one can shake you. You want to be unshakable, but life keeps testing you. People betray you. Dreams collapse. Storms hit one after another, and inside you wonder, how do I stay calm when everything is falling apart? So here's the truth. If you are not grounded from within, the world will shake you to the core. But if you are, nothing and no one can move you. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. I've read that line more times than I can count, but only when life broke me did I understand it. It's not just a quote, it's a commandment. Control your inner world, or be controlled by everything else. And that is Stoicism. It's not coldness, it's clarity. Not indifference, but discipline. Let's talk about 7 ways to become so grounded, so centered, that nothing can shake you. 1. The art of internal fortification. Have you ever noticed how some people collapse at the first sign of trouble, while others say almost nothing, and yet stand tall like a mountain? The difference is this. One built their identity on circumstance, the other on character. Seneca once said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." You cannot become grounded without trials. You cannot build inner strength without resistance. Next time something threatens your peace, ask, is this a test or is this a teacher? Because it might just be both. 2. Master the pause. You don't have to react. You don't have to reply. You don't have to retaliate. There is a sacred space between stimulus and response. Find that space. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Marcus Aurelius. So when someone insults you, pause. When you feel angry, pause. When the urge to lash out hits, pause. Every time you choose silence over chaos, you grow roots, and those roots hold you still, even when the wind screams. 3. Anchor yourself to a code. What do you stand for? Really? Because if you don't have a code, you'll borrow someone else's. You'll chase trends, people, approval. And that's the fastest way to become lost. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. Marcus Aurelius. Write your principles. Live them daily. Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because character isn't tested in peace. It's forged in fire. 4th, let go of control over outcomes. Control the input, release the outcome. You can train, prepare, plan, give your best, but life will still do what it does. You're not grounded if you only feel peace when things go your way. Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Epictetus. Detach. Let go of needing to know the result. Fall in love with the doing, not the reward. That is power. 5. Find solitude, not isolation. Silence isn't loneliness, it's strength. It's where the soul breathes and the mind resets. Most people fear being alone because in silence they hear themselves, and they don't like what they find. But a grounded man, he welcomes the silence. He sits with it. He lets it refine him. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. Marcus Aurelius. Ask yourself, when was the last time you sat alone? No phone, no noise, just you and your truth. 6. Practice the death meditation. Memento mori. This moment, right now, could be your last, not to scare you, to awaken you, because when you remember death, you stop fearing failure. You stop chasing what doesn't matter, and you start living from your deepest core. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. You can't be shaken. When you've already made peace with the end. 7. Embrace voluntary discomfort. Comfort is a trap. It weakens the will, numbs the senses, and breeds entitlement. The Stoics trained in the cold, slept on hard ground, gave up luxuries by choice. Because when you can suffer and still smile, you've become invincible. Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, and say to yourself, is this the condition I feared? Seneca, try it. Go a day without excess. Walk barefoot, fast. Turn off the comforts. You'll discover you don't need half of what you think you need. If you've made it this far, you're not just listening, you're becoming. Most people want peace, but few are willing to earn it. Comment below, I will not be shaken. Let that be your vow. Being grounded is not a trait. It's a practice, a daily decision, to root yourself in principle, to stand tall in silence, to breathe calmly in chaos, to live as if nothing outside you can break what lives inside you. Because it can't. Choose wisely and stand still while the world moves.